Well, hey, everybody, we've got a couple minutes before we're supposed to officially get started, but I'm going to go ahead and put a form into the chat. Love if you could take, the 30 seconds it'll take to fill that in. All right, we're just a minute but shy or under a minute to go. If you just joined, I have put a form into the chat. Would love to get your feedback.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
my computer is actually about to restart all by itself, so I'm logging in on my phone, but I'll be back.
Okay, very good.
Sorry.
All right, one more time. We are at 2:05. I am placing the survey into the chat. If you haven't filled that out already, I would encourage and appreciate it if you would. We're up to about 5 responses right now. Okay, up to about 10. And since I think we had one more person join, I'm dropping that in for the final time to see if folks can fill that out, and then we'll be getting started in just over a minute. All right, well, let's get into it. Got us almost 2:08, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome. This is Facilitating with Zoom 101. I already see that we have some people who, at least one individual who's indicated that he or she could teach this class, so you might be in the wrong place, but I'll let you take over later. And so as we get into this, this is really all about giving us an opportunity to practice some of those things that it's difficult to replicate when it's just you and maybe a couple of your devices. If you've got a a couple stand on standby, that action of moving people in and out of breakout rooms and other things. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just share your responses and see what we got. And then I will take care of the remiss portion that I had of not introducing myself. So as expected, we do have quite a few in the, oh, and another one just popped in there. Feeling like three, some four individuals here, and then the one up here. Okay, and then some others. Main things here we have learning breakout groups. Okay, recurring meetings. Oh, that's interesting. All right, breakouts, smaller groups, Canvas and breakouts. Interesting. All right. Send out an email every day for every class, maybe schedule time. Excellent. How it works, breakout, breakout, breakout. Not sure. New features, you tell me, and breakout. So like the last section, breakout is the #1 feature. I'll answer a couple of these right now because it works a little easier to just take care of it. One of the questions that I think I saw down here at the bottom was having to email. Yeah, here it is. Send out an email every day for every class that is virtual. And I'm assuming that's, you're saying to send out a link every day in that email to every class. And no, you can set the meeting to be recurring. And I think that follows with another person's question, so that it uses the same exact one every day. And you also have a meeting ID that doesn't change, and you can use that as well to be your primary one. That people use that every time. And so we go in through some of the settings. We'll look at how some of that will change or be impacted based on how you do how you set that up. I think that was all that I was really looking to do right now. We will look at some of the new features as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. And I will go ahead and give an advisory at this point. This meeting is being recorded for sharing later with participants who weren't able to attend now. So that is on here, and I'll start I'll edit and start that up just before that, just before showing that survey information. Hey, hopefully Kyle was waving at me there. Hey, right back at you. And hopefully you're having a great day there. Perry, you don't happen to have a wife that teaches as a coach in the elementary level, do you? No? Oh, okay. All right. Different, same last name, different person. All right. Well, let me get started.
Different, Ashley.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, my name is Arthur Williams. I'm an instructional coach at Lakeside Academy. It is a pre-K through 5 school. And you're like, what in the world is this guy doing in here with us middle and high school teachers? And if that's the case, then just know I am thoroughly impressed and in awe and, excited to be here. I do have a couple of advanced degrees, one of which is in technology. So I am doing a lot of work with the Office of Innovation and Choice. And that's how I found out about your session around Zoom. So that's why I'm here. We are going to get started. So let me tell you what I envisioned, and if you want to work with that, great. If not, we can change it. I'm not married to that agenda. The primary function of this was to really have an opportunity for you guys to get in here and practice presenting. What I learned in the last session is people aren't really needing the presenting practice so much as you are needing help / time / opportunity to practice some of the newer features, right? You really want to get in, use some of those breakout rooms, see what it looks like, have a chance to mess up and get a little messy. Is that, and you can do a thumbs up or whatever, your reactions if you want. Does that sound like what the main need is? Kind of. Okay, we're seeing, yeah, okay. Well, I'll reapportion that time mentally so that we can have the lion's share for that. I do want to go ahead and start off though, kind of showing you what the new features are. And to do that, unfortunately, Zoom doesn't make it real easy to show you the features of what's on here because you can't see what my, even when I share my screen, you can't see the Zoom menu options. So what I'm going to do is share it, but I have a couple of screenshots, and hopefully that will give you an opportunity to see, at least in still mode, what some of these features looks like. So I'm going to switch over now. And you guys will get to see some of your amazing faces. All right, we're sharing here now. So, oh, and I didn't have it. I'll take a different screenshot. My apologies. I made that picture a little bit too clean. All right, so this one that's pasting in here now, there we are. You can see at the bottom, when you have the full account, you've got some new options pop up. There's polls here. Breakouts you could have actually added with the original one. And then inside of these, there are some additional features as well. And so that's what the image that I want you to be able to see as we get started, because it's going to look a little different, but the breakout rooms is here. Fair note, or fair warning, if you're using a smaller screen, and my laptop's not particularly huge, I'm on a personal laptop, not the Hamilton County one, you may have fewer of these icons available, but you'll be able to access them by clicking the three dots that says more. So you'll still be able to get into them, but you may not see all of these available at all times. Your participants icon will become far more important perhaps than it was previously as you start using some of these advanced features. And that's especially true with regard to someone's question about being able to remove people quickly. And I'm going to show you what that means for me. So I'm going to go back to here and show you what I mean. So when I click on participants, you'll see it opens here on the right, right? And for most of you, that should be the case. But even as I open into chat, it goes ahead and does that here as well. And that's simply a side-by-side feature that you can enable rather than having things pop out like some of the other settings here. And hopefully you can still see that on yours. And you can just tell it, I would prefer it to be side by side. So I'm gonna go here to merge to meeting window, and my participants are back on the right. I tend to keep this open the entire time I'm in a meeting, because then I can come quickly over here, and when Kyle gets out of hand, I can go and hit more and just put him in a waiting room or remove him altogether. So let me know if you have any trouble seeing that. And luckily I did not actually remove Kyle. Sorry, I would never have heard the end of that from my coworker, his lovely bride. All right, so let's get into some of the settings. I'm going to flip back over to that piece and sign in. Now, the initial screen that pops up should look very familiar. If you've scheduled meetings before, you've got that right here. For those who are asking about scheduling a new meeting in a recurring fashion, you can do that here. You would just, go through your standard renaming of that there, but I'm not going to bother with all of that. The part that you're looking for is perhaps this one, the recurring meeting. So I can say I want a meeting to occur daily, and you could repeat it every day for 5 days, what have you, and then it will end at a certain point. Okay. It's not quite as handy as Google Calendar's feature in that if I want to make this meeting available every day, I kind of have to let it run into the weekend too. So it'll be available Saturday and Sunday, whereas Google Calendars I can say every weekday, but it's not a huge, you do get, I can have it recur every week or every month, and this just means how many days are in between each one. So with 1 day, there's none in between, but with 2 days, there is 1 day gap in between each meeting, and et cetera, as you move on. So you could schedule that. Again, if you do run it daily and repeats every day, it will run on the weekend. Nothing happens as long as you don't need it to happen. And if you have kids in the waiting room, they're not actually doing anything either. So they're not meeting without you. Speaking of meeting room, I'm going to cancel this, by the way. Oh, while we're here, let's go ahead and just show a couple of these things. I prefer to generate the meeting ID automatically, and the reason why is because your personal meeting ID is kind of like your address, and your address doesn't change, right? We don't get to move houses in Zoom. The district's paid for one account, and there you stay. So this meeting ID, the reason why can be a little more problematic is because once that gets out, If you don't have a passcode set every single time, and fortunately the district does have one, that we don't even get to change that, then this person could, in theory, every single meeting you use that involves this meeting ID, an individual could get access to. With the passcode, that should make it not the case. But again, I like to just generate it automatically, so I'm never using my personal meeting ID. These are personal preference for however you'd like to do that. And the same with the waiting room. I was just informed Hamilton County does require a waiting room when meeting with students. For those of you who joined early here, you noticed that you did not have to, whether you joined before me or after me, because I also enable to join before the host. So those are features that as instruction you would not do. You want a waiting room, and you do not want kids in your meeting before you. However, I love this one, so that's a great one to be. You can pre-assign breakout rooms, and we'll get into this a little bit more, but what that means is that I can set up my rooms in advance. And for Hamilton County teachers, for example, I would put in email addresses right in here. So I might put, Bagby_G, whew, and put them in a room, right? And so when Bagby_G shows up in my chat, in my room, then when I go into breakouts, it's going to grab him and put him into whichever room I've said, like maybe room 4, right? And then I could save that. If you've got a huge number, you can import them through a comma separated value of email addresses, and then you'd have your list of email addresses that you'd need to assign children or students into that way. Again, this is pre-assigning. It doesn't seem to break or mess up if, say, a student doesn't show up. Maybe I've got 19 students and Greg was number 20. He doesn't show up. It just doesn't put him in a room, but the other 19 will get into a room. So far, I haven't seen that. It says you can create up to 50 breakout rooms and up to a total of 200 participants. Just feel the power with that. That's pretty awesome. But you do not have to pre-assign breakouts. Now, this is a feature I have not tried, but I'm excited to do that. That means I've got now with our new features, we have co-hosts, or this, as it's called here, alternate hosts. So I can go ahead and have people designated before I show up to help me in a hosting capacity. I don't know if that's necessarily going to help you as much as a teacher with students, unless you do some team teaching, and I can envision maybe an ELL teacher coming in or an XEd teacher Zooming with you, then that might be useful to give that authority. Okay, but I am going to cancel that. I don't actually want to set that meeting. And then over here, I'm going to go into the settings. Now, I'm not going to spend a long time here because I want to spend a lot of time with people actually getting to try this out. Most of these are features that you have seen, so we're not going to belabor that. But I will say again, even though mine is unchecked, when meeting with students, it must be checked. Everyone needs to go into the waiting room, okay? So that's just me giving that disclaimer. I'm going to keep here. Oh, passcode in the links. You may have already have used that before, but I love that feature. It's not required. You could send out the link without the passcode in it and then send the kids the passcode in another area if you needed to have maybe the link provided publicly, but the passcode privately. Personally, I feel like if you're sending out stuff out through Canvas anyway, why bother with that? Just put it all in there. Make it as easy for your kids as possible to get in there. Please uncheck this because your students may or almost certainly will not be authenticated users. So if you've got requiring accounts to join in, you may have a very empty classroom. So please leave that unchecked there. All right, I'm going to scroll, but I have to be careful because I went past the breakout room piece last time. Oh, here I might recommend turning that off as well. It allows students to put files and transfer them through the chat, and then of course it goes out to everyone. So it's a good way to spread malware or, heaven forbid, some pictures that maybe shouldn't be shared with their classmates. So that would be, again, Canvas is going to be a much better way to distribute information anyway. All right, co-hosting, yay, allows the host to add co-hosts. The in-meeting controls are the same. They do not get all of the powers of the host, but it gets pretty close. So that's a nice one there. Polls are okay, but they are not nearly as powerful as using a Google form. But if you just need a quick question, it may be a decent way to go. And I feel like I probably have scrolled past the breakout room one again. Oh, there it is. All right. Allow the host to split meeting participants into separate small rooms. Definitely want to check that, especially as high school educators. You hopefully can have a little more trust with kids unattended in a room. And then you can also allow yourself or whoever is the host to assign participants to breakout rooms when scheduling. So this has to be checked in order for me to do what I showed you in the previous screen with students, with being able to pre-assign those students. Now, I will bring up one other thing, remote support. This one is nice. It acts a kind of like remote control, which is also accessible inside of the meeting. It lets me essentially take over the other computer. If you've ever gotten remote support from IT somewhere and they say, hey, what's your computer number or name? And you tell them, and then all of a sudden you see your mouse moving around on the screen. That's what that is, right? They're going to suddenly be able to manipulate not just what's on your Zoom screen, but your computer. So they will be able to do that. So definitely use with care, right? And then last, I think, is where I'll stop here, the virtual background piece. I know Hamilton County has made some virtual backgrounds available for people to use, and they are nice, and they're nice, great, high-quality images. I will say my experience with using those on the Hamilton County issued Lenovo laptops, as great as they may be for other tasks, they really seem to max out their processor usage and RAM to make that work. So you might just try to get yourself into an area with an appropriate natural background so that you don't have to enable a virtual background. Or when they give us the new laptops, maybe that'll be a little better. All right, I said last, but I'm gonna lie here. There is one more that I think can be highly useful for us as educators, and that is live streaming meetings. Now, full disclosure, I have not played with this yet. I just turned this on because I haven't had the account very long, and I did some reading, but I have not attempted it yet. But in theory, just like the Hamilton County Board meetings, we will be able to stream a Zoom meeting simultaneously and live to both Facebook and YouTube. Not sure about this one, at the same time. And so that may be especially useful because when you Facebook live stream and YouTube live stream, you can also record those there as well. And it may give you a bigger audience than just recording your Zoom meetings, which we end up having to upload somewhere else usually anyway. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do here. I'm going to pause and stop for any questions or comments before we move into the next phase. Elaine's like, there was so much. There was so much.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I use the Zoom app. You were on the Zoom website just now. Sometimes I use the Zoom app on my computer to schedule a meeting, but I noticed whenever I went into just to try and schedule it, some of those settings, like the advanced settings that you were just on, weren't available on the app. So do I need to always just plan to schedule my meetings through the Zoom website?
Well, according to Amber's head, it looks like 100% do it through the website is what it looks like.
Okay.
I rarely use the app, so yeah, that's something that I was unaware of.
The app works really well. Like I'm using mine right now, kind of on the fly because my computer's like booting up and everything. But depending on your device, like a lot of times the reactions don't work. Like a lot of times they want you to do the hand raise or the thumbs up. Some of the other options, they don't quite come out correctly. And I found out that a lot of your uploading just seems to be, it really bogs you down pretty badly on the app. And I have a lot more success using any other form of tech. I have a Surface, it works great, works great on my ThinkPad, but I found there to be a lot of, for lack of better words, hiccups using it on the app.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Any others before we transition? All right, I see Sam trying out the virtual background. Excellent. What you will notice, Sam, is that I don't know if you want to put that back up, but and I don't know for that virtual background, but you see how your flag that's in your room kind of showing through as well. That really is depends on the amount of contrast you have between you and the background itself, as well as did you pick a transparent image in the first place when you went there. So, all right, well, for our last, well, a little over 30 minutes, what I'd like to do is pass the host. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen so you can see what this step looks like. Again, you can't see the controls at the bottom, but what I'm going to do is click on the breakout rooms button. Now you should be able to see this part now, right? Where it says create breakout rooms. Are you seeing that? Okay, very good. So in this piece is where I can really make the magic happen. Now, I didn't pre-assign any of you into breakout rooms, so that's not set up here. But even without that, I do get some choices. You'll see right here, it says assign 21 participants into, and the number is currently 1. So if I did that and then hit create rooms, what you'd see is that all of us would leave to a breakout room and then we'd all pop up again. And it'll say breakout room 1, and here we all are. So that's not really effective. It's the same, different room, but like, different, same room, different house. I don't know. But I'm going to give us a few rooms here. So let's say, all right, 6 rooms, right? And then automatically means I don't have to do anything. I will hit create rooms, and through the magic of Zoom, it will automatically put us into rooms and send us there. So that's great. Or you can do manually. Now, if I do manually, I'm going to hit create rooms, but you won't go away yet because I have to manually move you. So hopefully you're seeing here, now I have the breakout rooms 1 through 6. And someone just give me a shout if you're like, man, we can't see any of this. But it seemed like the last room, the last group, it worked out okay. And what you can do, other than renaming and delete them, the most powerful feature is the assign. So when I click on that, I can choose who goes into each room. So you can literally check people to go into each one. And then rinse and repeat here for the other ones there. Now, since I wasn't paying attention, I don't know if I've overlapped anyone or not. I will show you some options here, and these are not options just exclusively to the manual creation. It's also available in the automatic creation. But you see here in the, it says breakout rooms close automatically after. You can designate a time for how long breakout rooms stay in existence if you'd like. This one is the one I love to make sure that's checked because I'm going to move you guys into a breakout room in a minute, but I'm going to have that unchecked and you'll see what happens there. And then also this one, participants return to the main session at any time. You probably imagine you don't necessarily want your students to be able to do that, to be able to leave that breakout room and come back into the main session. So last one is the countdown after closing a breakout room. For our purposes today, I'm going to make this as small as possible. Because we don't need to have a whole lot of that going on here. So those are my options. The only other one that you can see here is recreate. What that means is after we set this up, if you have kids go out, breakout room, great time, they come back, great discussion, you're like, man, I really want to break you guys out again, but I don't want to spend the time of setting up all these breakout rooms again the second time. You recreate a breakout room, it will allow you to put them right back. All existing rooms will be replaced, and it will bring it back to the original one. So let's do that now. I'm going to recreate that. Here are your randomly assigned rooms with these options that we have. Let's go. All right, one of the things that should have hopefully popped up on your screen as you were coming in is that the host muted all participants. I didn't have to do that. That's just a function of the settings that I already had enabled when I set up this meeting in the first place. So when you come back, it defaults back to those settings. There was one question, and then it says, does shared screen continue into the breakout rooms? You'll probably notice it did not, right? Because I left my screen sharing the entire time, and you did not have that. That's important to note, because when you go to set up your breakout room, if you want something like on the board or something like that, you have to make sure your students have a way to access that independent of what you're doing in the main room. So if you want to have, here's some questions to consider or something, what you can do is put those into the chat of each breakout room. There's also another feature in the settings that allows you to configure the waiting room, but again, I don't think that'll help us on the breakouts there. Kyle also asked, are breakout rooms recorded if the meeting is being recorded? No. Scary thought. They are not. The main room stays recording. The breakout rooms do not record. Now, I can go jump into a breakout room as the host and start recording, and then I'll get that. Or I can ask a student, hey, John, would you mind recording this meeting when you go in there so that I'll know all the shenanigans that took place, and then let me know about it when you finish. So hope maybe you have some kids who are going to work that for you, maybe not. But that is the situation. It does not automatically record. All right, what I'm going to do right now is switch up my menu over here to participants, because it's time to play our favorite game, and that is Pass the Host. What I'm going to start by doing is just making a bunch of co-hosts, because I do want to have you have the option of seeing how some of your permissions change. And if you're seeing what I'm seeing, you see that I'm clicking on here and making co-host. Kind of laborious. You do have to do it one at a time, unless you did it in advance, like we had talked about before. All right, we'll probably stop here with Danielle Hooper. One more thing to show, there are some other options in here. Even for non-host, co-host. Let's go to Darrington. You see here, I can allow that individual to record because I don't normally have that. You can rename the students, and you can even make them not able to change their own names through your initial settings. So that can help remove all of the possible shenanigans when students want to rename themselves Big Daddy and join your class. So, all right. So we got some co-hosts, but speaking of, is Darrington in here? Who wants to be host first? Oh, there we go. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, you said it right. You good.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer you host. You'll see here I'm clicking more, and then it says make host. This is irrevocable. Once I make you host, I cannot snatch it back. You are the host. I am powerless to stop you from running amok and ruining everything. The pressure's on you. However, I will say you can't break it, and so you'll be fine. When you're ready to pass the host to the next person, you'll do the same thing. Click your participants link and come over to the side, move your mouse over the name and hit make host. Are you ready for all the power?
I don't know.
You can do it. You can do it. You've got this. Bam. Okay. You should all see a message that has flashed up in the top right, probably, of your screen. Uh-oh. I didn't give her the power. I gave Elaine the power. Where's Elaine?
I'm okay with that.
Where is where? Oh, there you go. Yeah, Elaine. Congrats. You're the host.
Did you make me? Am I the host?
Yes.
How do I know that I'm the host?
Well, you can either click on participants and check by your own name, which will now show host.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, and you should be able to look at the bottom of your screen now and see a whole new world of choices and
awesome
of amazingness. Okay. So if you wouldn't mind, Elaine, since people said they wanted to try this, if you could hurry up and put us in some breakout rooms so we can pass that host some more, we'd be great.
Okay.
Just pretend we're
Assigned
your
breakout
sassy
rooms or
students.
yes.
I'm the one who gets in trouble. Teacher, are we going into
Okay.
breakout rooms now? Why is it taking so long?
Yes. Go.
Oh, we're leaving. Bye. Oh, I'm still here. I didn't get moved. Did I get moved? Did you move me? Let's see.
I think you have to join it. It says not joined.
Yeah, it's you. The setting we had was that it should have went automatically, and so it's not. Oh, here we go. Now I get to join.
Hello.
Hey, hey. Oh, I've got Millie the Shadow. Hey.
I know.
Okay, Elaine, I may have been too pressured you too much. I did want you to practice jumping into a breakout room. Did you get a chance to do that?
No.
No.
Should I put everyone back in breakout rooms?
Well, hold on. By the way, hopefully you guys noticed that it gave us the option of whether we wanted to join or not, right? Do you necessarily want your students to be able to do that? No, I see Perry's like, I need them to go. I put them out for a reason. So this time, Elaine, when you make your breakout room and you go down to make your selections, will you see if you can change that setting so that we no longer get to choose? It just says send them automatically to their breakout.
Okay.
And if you can't find it, no stress. Just try it and see what you do.
I got it. Okay.
Wow, she got it. She got it this time. I mean,
Yeah,
I was
give
out.
us an option.
I was gone. No choices. Just see it.
Sent us. Yeah.
Sent us. Hey, I'm gonna look to see if do you guys have a ask for help button in the bottom there where you can
Yes.
yeah, click that. Click it. Tell her we need help.
Oh, now she's bringing us back.
Oh, good,
We
good.
lost the button.
Elaine, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Hopefully everyone had an opportunity to see. And then Elaine, did you get to see a little message that said someone was asking for help in room whatever room I was just in?
I did not. I rushed
Okay.
it. Sorry.
Well, that's fine. There is
It's okay.
there's a button people can push in their breakout rooms that allows them to ask for help, and it will show a message up on the host screen that says, Perry actually is asking for help in room 3, you know, or something like that, and then she can go and join those rooms. Elaine, did you get a chance to jump into a breakout room this time? Perfect. Will you pass the
Yep.
host to another person? Who wants it next?
Oh, Derry's getting it.
Oh, okay. Here she goes. She's doing her
If
best
I can
vote.
find her on this list.
Jade's like, I found my new best friend. All right, Darrington is the host now. Yay!
Okay.
Justice deferred and delayed, but it made it.
I don't like this. I don't like being. Okay. So what do you want me to do now?
Put us in the breakout rooms.
All right. Let me see if I can figure that out.
And we're back.
You know, it's funny. I thought it was like really going to randomize people when it did that automatically, but clearly it's
It
random.
doesn't.
Not so random. We're getting the same people.
Hey, when you're the host, can you make it to where people can't unmute themselves?
Yes, you can select it so that participants cannot unmute themselves. Yes.
And then you could unmute them like,
You would have to do it. You're
Okay.
as the host. Yeah. Great question. I'm going to see if,
oh, here, we can do the ask for help.
yeah, do it. And I'm going to try to jump into another room because I'm a co-host.
Where is the ask for help button?
Down in. Did you see my ask for help?
I did. Fine.
You can do.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm a co-host. I can jump between rooms too, just like a regular host.
Oh,
If
cool.
any of you are co-hosts, you can try it as well.
We were talking about backgrounds, like
Oh.
doing backgrounds and stuff.
That one's beautiful.
Well, I told them that because I'm on my phone, I can do it, but I can't do it on my computer. Like I'm not superimposed, I'm blended into the back of it. And it's
Gotcha.
like it's green and weird.
Your
But I
phone
said,
probably has a better camera than your computer. In fact, I'm probably certain. So,
is there
hey guys, I'm not the host, but I'm a co-host, so I can jump between rooms too. If any of you are. All right. Thank you for that thrilling, fantastic ride. Come on along. Let's head inside. Anybody over 35 may recognize the Coolio reference. Let's see if we're getting a new host. By the way, while I think Darrington is passing that host, I did want to make sure that you guys knew that the co-host can also jump between rooms. We don't get an ask for help button, but instead we get a breakout rooms button that allows us to flip into the other rooms there. So Darrington, are you feeling pretty comfortable grabbing us another host while I answer Mrs. Bandy's? Oh, she didn't want a question. She wanted to see a whiteboard.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Jade the host.
Nice. While she's doing that, I'm throwing my whiteboard screen up there. This is the whiteboard. Hopefully you can see some of the annotation tools at the top. And if you guys have a mouse handy, I believe you can jump in and annotate away as well. Let's see. I'm gonna move this over and move this back. Yeah, there's somebody else. And like I said before, I don't know who it is. So kind of scary if someone starts to want to draw or write some crazy stuff up there. However, I can disable participants' annotation, but I don't think that overrules the co-hosts. So that one. And then I can allow participants to annotate again. Okay. So clear and stop share. All right, I think Jade's up. I didn't see the message though. Did she become the host? I was busy. Yep, she is. I see it.
I am?
You are.
Okay.
You
What do
got
I
the
do?
power.
What do I do?
All right, head to the breakout rooms button. You should see it at the bottom of your screen, hopefully.
Okay. Do I just do open all rooms?
Girl, you do what you want. You run. This is your house now. I'm just living in it.
I like the way you're just giving everybody a chance to just do the thing.
I'm trying because, yeah, that's the only way you get it, right? Because it's like so intimidating the first time you're in front of a group of people and the kids are like, okay, what are you doing? Why is it not working? So
Okay, you said there was a help button, but I don't see a help button.
do you see a breakout rooms button?
Yes.
You're a co-host. You don't get to ask for help. You get to go where the help is. Click that button and go to another room.
Ooh. Oh, fun. Okay.
Enjoy.
Oh, where's my girl? I gotta go
Great,
find my
now
girl.
she's-
Here she
Great,
is.
now she's just gonna leave.
Bye.
She
Stay
is.
together the whole time.
Me and Sam got things to talk about.
Yeah, I learned how to walkie-talkie the mute function.
Oh, with the space bar, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had never known that. I was always just trying to keep my microphone muted and then muted on my screen.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good to be able to tell the kids.
That is great. All right, we're back. We safely had a trip. Thank you for that magical journey, Jade. Did you get a chance to jump into a breakout room? And you're muted, so I don't know, but my lip reading is not strong.
I don't know if I did or not. I joined one, but I think it was because someone asked for help.
Oh, good.
No, you did. You were there.
Yeah, I got in there, but I don't know how. I didn't know how I got there.
Okay. She got there, but she doesn't know how. Hey, that's, you know what? That's how many, oh, never mind, it's being recorded. I'm gonna keep moving. Jade, do you want to pass it to Kyle so I don't have to hear his wife tell me that I'm a horrible person?
Okay.
See if you can make him the host.
Kyle. Oh.
Uh-oh.
So I have a question while she's doing that.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
So when they ask for help, does it suck the host into that room automatically?
No, it's not like rubbing the genie's lamp. It's just
I
like
got
a,
to pick.
it's like a request.
When she said that she didn't know how she got there, I just thought maybe she had been sucked into that room.
I just meant I didn't put myself there. Like I got the invitation and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a message pops up on your screen and it says, Lori Bailey
So
is
it's not-
asking for, hey, he's the host, asking for help in breakout room 3, and you can hit go or you can hit later.
Okay.
All right, Kyle's got the mic now. Let's see if he can help us out with breakout room.
So am I just reusing the same ones that everybody's been using, I guess, and then just open all rooms?
You can do whatever you want. Just get us into a room, buddy. See what you do.
Okay.
Whatever
Here we
works for
go.
you. Oh, I'm being invited. All right, thank you. It's Sam.
Co-host who left this room is now didn't get put back into this room.
Good point.
Because I was thinking about trying to use, I have student aides sometimes, and I was going to think about letting them join as like the connection to the at-home kids,
Mm-hmm.
and like let me know when a hand gets raised or whatever.
That's true. Although I think they can still see. I'm going to raise a hand now and see what happens. More.
Well, I just mean in general, like if I've got the video going and I'm teaching like on a board and I'm doing anything where I'm projecting my things, then I could have a TA as a co-host letting me know when hands get.
Well, that is awesome. Hey, hi. Kyle's with us.
Hi, guys. I guess I'm going to close them all up then and return to main session.
All right. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys noticed Kyle had some different settings, right? He went and had the breakout room close after 60 seconds, and he let us choose whether we entered or not. So you can vary it up however you'd like.
I like to say that I know how I did that, but I don't.
Well, you got a little taste. You got a little taste. Time to give somebody else a little taste. See if who wants to be the host this time.
Let's see. Kelly, coming your way.
Oh, Kelly. All right, you're muted, Kelly, but I'm sure you're saying wonderful things.
Okay.
All right, Kelly, see if you can pop us into some breakout rooms. Again, set it up however you like. By the way, those who are just getting here, Kelly, in case you didn't see the notification, is the host. She is hooking us up. Co-host, remember, you can hop through different rooms.
Am I doing this right? Okay.
Oh, here we go. Breakout room. See ya. Yeah, random is not so random.
Well, I think maybe they're hitting the reuse the same button.
It could be.
Yeah, I think if we just like switched up the number of rooms, that it might. But we'll figure it out.
Great point. Yeah, let's see next. Whoever gets it next, we should say like, dude, will you change the number of rooms? I think. What do we have? Like 5? I can see right now. Hold on. Yeah, we've got 6 rooms, and poor Harrison is the only one in that room. So let's say drop it down like 3 rooms next time and see how that.
They started congregating. Have all the co-hosts like.
I think the co-hosts have started, having a good time. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hey, we got a co-host.
Hey, you're back.
We're gonna see if the next host will maybe only
All day. Best session I've had all day.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
PowerPoint presentations about K-pop that I can force you guys to watch.
K-pop. Yeah, I just pretend I'm excited about K-pop. Really not my thing, but the dance moves are nice.
Where is that guy that made me the host? I'm looking for him.
It wasn't me. It was Kyle.
Okay. Do I just close all rooms to bring everybody back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Bye. I heard Jade was singing in her breakout room. Is that true? Was she serenading people? Will you share with the class?
Wait a minute.
All right, let's pass the host again. By the way, while that's passing, I would love it if the next host would change the number of breakout rooms, maybe lower it down to 3, and then we'll see how that affects the distribution, because as I'm sure you guys have been able to tell, we are all kind of ending up in the same places each time. So,
Okay, so I'm going to make. Whew,
big money, big money, big money.
Denise.
Denise, you're the next contestant on You're the Host.
I'll try. I haven't had good luck today. I keep getting kicked out.
Oh, come on, you got it. You got it. See what you can do. And remember, try to drop the number of rooms or increase the number of rooms maybe, but it might get lonely for some people if they're in there just by themselves.
Okay, here we go. Maybe.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not doing it. Okay, now.
Let's try it again.
Okay. I don't see it.
I lost your voice there. Say it again. Can y'all hear? I can't hear. Oh, okay. It's not just me. All right. Denise, I can't hear you, but I'm going to take this opportunity to show people that I actually was lying about this whole not being able to get the hosting back. So if you do mess up and send it to another person, on my screen here, you can see as I come down to the bottom, I do get another option that says reclaim host. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you accidentally give a student a host or something happens, you can reclaim the host provided that you are the original person who set up the meeting. So, okay, is Denise back? Because I would love to give her that shot, but I didn't want us to have to wait if she had to pop out and pop back in. And it looks like I do not see her on here. So I'm going to go to the next person here and pass that to, oh, let's get participants back up. How do you feel about being the host, Michael? Michael's like, oh yeah, make me the host. I've been waiting all my life. That's it. Here it is. Michael is the host now. I can't hear what he's saying, but I hope he treats us well.
All right. Okay, breakout rooms. Can see, add a room.
Yeah, or add or decrease, whatever you'd like, but just don't pick 6 again.
Okay. Options. I'm changing the countdown timer to 10 seconds.
Woo! That's it.
Okay. All right, thank you guys.
See you later. Oh, we got a little bit. We got one extra. This is, who is this person? This is Brooklyn Phillips. Hi, Brooklyn.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, and we're leaving. Goodbye, Brooklyn.
Oh, bye.
Okay. So I'll stand up.
Michael, did you get into a breakout room?
Yeah, I was put into room 3 where I had been before. Kyle was assigned in with us, and it was Elaine, Kyle, and I.
Okay.
I didn't see, I put it after about 7 or 8 seconds. I just put breakout again. But I didn't see any prompts to go help anybody. Did I not assign it correctly?
No, that's fine. I was just curious if you'd, because it was pretty quick. I didn't know if you'd had a chance to explore a little bit.
Yeah, it put me in my prior room.
Oh, I see. So you were kind of sucked into that other room. You didn't choose to go into that other room.
Yeah, not that I could tell.
Well, you are welcome to try it again if you need to practice moving, or you can pass that around. We've got about 6 minutes to go.
Okay. So then we'll go there. And I'm going to go to Chris Kazai because I taught with him, make host.
Nice, nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and put the evaluation link in the chat as well. So when you get a chance, maybe in your breakout room, you could give that a shot one more time for the people in the back. And while Chris is taking care of getting us into a breakout.
Let's see. I'm trying to go down to a couple less rooms.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah. Just not one. One was really, I mean, it wasn't boring, I guess. It was just a little different.
I'm just trying to see when it says add rooms. I don't see a subtractor room, so unless, oh yeah, let's delete that.
Yeah, and you may have to recreate the rooms, and then that may give you the option to drop it down.
All right, I deleted 2 rooms. We'll see.
Don't think he managed to delete 2 rooms. No, he's added 2 rooms. We have breakout room 8 and 9. Oh, maybe we don't have a 1 and 2. He did get rid of 2 rooms. We don't have a room 1 or 2. Our rooms go 3 through 9. Interesting.
Is it a survey or is it a attendance form?
It should be an evaluation. Let me go and check and see. That's what Heather told me to pop up. It says, oh yeah, it says attendance form. You're right. I apologize.
Okay.
It says attendance form.
Here we come back.
All right, we are back, and I apologize as someone brought to my attention that was not a survey evaluation. That was an attendance form. I just copied what Heather said to pop in there, so that is in fact an attendance form. Thank you, Michael. I think we've got time for 1, maybe 2 more to give it a shot.
I think on that one, when I did it, when I deleted rooms, it left some people unassigned because they had a room of 6 people, and then a 2 and a 4 and a 4, and it said I had a group of unassigned. So I may have messed it up. How do I give it? Where do I give control to somebody
Chris, you'll
else?
hit the participants. Sorry, I thought we were telling Michael.
That's all right. I'm gonna give it to Perry.
All right.
Have you had it yet?
No, I haven't.
All right. See if I can.
He's ready. He's ready.
You got it.
Oh man. All right.
He's got the power.
Okay, let's see here.
By the way, just as an FYI, as the person who initiated the recording, as I have been popping around from room to room, my recording has maintained in each of the breakout rooms, but of course, the other breakout rooms would not have been recorded. So,
All right, so I've got a question.
I have new people. Well, one new person at least. Oh, there's Perry. You had a question, and then we all went away.
Yeah, that was a joke. I was just making a cheesy joke.
That was good. I didn't get it, but now I do, and it's funny.
All right, so let's see. Let's see if I can bust y'all out of breakout rooms. Okay, so you can actually move people around too.
Great note. Move somebody.
Yeah, I'm going to move a bunch of people and confuse the heck out of everyone.
We appreciate that.
Was anyone confused when you got moved?
I don't know because it says we're back in the main session. Did people get moved in rooms before we got?
I tried to move people around randomly.
Okay, perfect.
All right, do I need to make another host or give it back to you?
I think that's going to have to be it, man. We are at 3:05, which brings us to the end of our designated time slot. I know we didn't get to everyone, so I do apologize for that. But if you would like an opportunity and you ever need another person to help join into your fantasy football league for your practice Zoom session, I would be happy to be that person or be one of those people. My email is going into the chat here for you if you would like to reach out in the future. And I definitely want to say thanks for letting me graduate up to middle school and high school for just a little while today and help out with practicing Zoom. And of course, there were some things that maybe went in that you did not get an opportunity to practice. Oh, absolutely. I'll put those back in the chat, Kyle. But if you did not get an opportunity to practice, by all means, just let me know and we can try to work that out. Teacher accounts are being actively migrated over to the full-sized and paid status Zoom accounts. So hopefully within the next week, we'll have 100% of Hamilton County. Oh, is that a hand up, Perry, or just saying like, hey? All right, so I put that back into the chat again. Hopefully that was great. And guys, I thank you again and enjoy your day.
Thank you.